Hello, everyone. My name is Tawana Brown, and I serve as the Assistant Director in Parent and Family Programs. Thank you so much for joining us for our UA 26 webinar series. Today, we have Kristina from Bama Dining. And so, Kristina, I'll turn it over to you to introduce yourself, and you can go ahead and get started with your presentation.
Thank you so much, Tawana. I'm Kristina Patridge, and I am the Director of Dining at UA, and I oversee all of our 32 Bama Dining locations, and I am grateful to be here today to talk with you about meal plans and specifically dining dollars and meal plans, how they work for incoming freshmen at the University of Alabama. So we will go ahead and get started, and I will share my screen with you, and I hope you can see that now. So all incoming freshman students that reside in on-campus housing will have a meal plan. The incoming freshmen will default to the all-access meal plan, and the all-access meal plan is one in which you can come and go as often as you like in the dining facilities, and there's no particular amount that you can use. It's just all access. However, freshman students that live in on-campus housing do have the option to choose a reduced meal plan. It's the Silver 125 meal plan. And what that means is it's not all access all the time. You can come and go as many times as you want. It just means that you have a block of 125 meals for the fall semester and the spring semester. So you can use them anytime you want, but once you run out of the 125 meals, then you're out of meals. It's also important to note that new members of a fraternity or sorority can reduce their meal plan to the essential plan, which is a block of 55 meals and then 25 retail meals. And I'll explain all of this a little bit in more detail as we move forward. However, if a new member of a Greek community wants to upgrade, they're welcome to upgrade at any time. I also want to point out that all of the meal plans that we'll discuss today include 10 guest meals that the student can utilize for a family member or a friend to eat with them when they're on campus. So each meal plan includes 10 guest meals. I'll also bring up from time to time, additional information can be found at the Bama Dining website. Any question you could possibly think of, you can find out at bamadining.ua.edu. So students often ask, where can I use my meal plan? I have my option of these meal plans, and where can you eat? So we have two all-you-care-to-eat locations, the Fresh Food Company, which is located primarily in the academic core of campus, and then Lakeside Dining, which is in the more northern residential area of campus. When I say all-you-care-to-eat, it means you just tap your action card or your mobile phone, which you've loaded your action card onto, and you enter the facility and you're able to eat and drink all that you like in there. So that's what I mean by all you care to eat. Additionally, meal plans can be utilized at 5 other meal plan locations that are not all you care to eat. Julia's Market in Tutwiler Hall will be reopening this fall, and there's a Boar's Head Deli in there, and students can utilize their meal plan in that Boar's Head Deli. We have 2 locations in the WIT Student Activity Center in Presidential Village. We have the Terrace Market. There's a deli there that students can purchase sandwiches, salads, and things like that with their meal plan. And also Fruited is a smoothie, it's a smoothie concept where students can utilize their meal plans there. But both of those locations are in the WIT Center. Meal plans can also be utilized at Sola in Lakeside Dining. Sola is a taqueria upstairs where students can use their meal plans for tacos, nachos, burrito bowls, those types of things. And finally, at Mary B's in Burke Hall, there is a grill where students can get a grain bowl, a salad, sandwiches, pizza, wings, grilled chicken sandwiches, things like that. So all of those locations, the 5 additional meal plan locations accept meal plans in addition to the 2 residential all-you-care-to-eat facilities. Additionally, this year, the all-access plan will include 1 swipe per day in some of our national brands. So things like Chick-fil-A, Panda Express, Raising Cane, Subway, and Wendy's. Students with the all-access meal plan can utilize their meal plan, their all-access meal plan there at those national brands once a day. So that really does make it more all access. So you can utilize it in the residential all-you-care-to-eat dining halls, the additional locations, plus these national brands that everyone is familiar with. So the 125 silver meal plan, if students decide to reduce their meal plan to that, they can use those meal swipes at the Fresh Food Company, Lakeside Dining, the 5 additional locations that we mentioned before, but you cannot utilize anything below the all access for the national brand retail options that I mentioned before. So that's the main difference between the all access and then the other types of meal plans. So how does a meal plan work? You enter the facility. If it's an all-you-care-to-eat, but just like I said, you tap your action card or your cell phone on the reader at the cashier stand, and you go in and eat all you care for, or you go to one of the 5 locations that I mentioned, and you tap your card, and it reduces your meal plan by 1. Only 1 meal can be utilized at a time. If you want to utilize more than 1, then you would use guest meals or additional funds like a debit card, Dining Dollars, or Bama Cash. Meal plans do roll from fall to spring semester. So if you have a silver 125 plan and you have some meals left over, then what you didn't utilize in the fall term, you would then be able to utilize in addition to your new 125 in the spring term. So they do roll from fall to spring, but they do end, and meal plans expire at the end of spring, so they don't roll forward beyond the spring term. Some of the value add items of a meal plan, if you think about how to utilize your meal plan well, we want all students to get the full value of their meal plan. So we want them to use their meal plans at all of the locations that are available. In our residential dining facility, some of the things that we've added in the past couple of years is we have fresh brewed Starbucks coffee from a Serenade machine where the student can brew their own cup of coffee. We have fresh squeezed orange juice. We have smoothie options. There's plenty of vegan and vegetarian options. We have special promotions and special events. We've had some really fun events this semester with, we had a Mardi Gras, a Valentine's Day, lots of fun things that we do in our meal plan locations to sort of break the monotony, add interest, and hopefully build community for students. Our dining halls also offer a variety of sweet treats. We have a wonderful made from scratch bakery. We have salad bars. We have seasonal fruits and veggies. And we also have mobile ordering. We'll talk a little bit about going forward, but mobile ordering is available for in retail locations and in our dining facilities. Lakeside is, since it's located in the most densely populated residential area of campus, they're open 7 days a week. So again, just want to walk through this. So incoming freshman students living in on-campus housing will automatically have the all-access meal plan that I mentioned. The all-access provides unlimited access to the dining halls, the 5 other locations, plus the 1 retail meal per day at the national brands. If they don't want the all-access, they can reduce to the silver 125. And it is a block of 125 meals that is reduced over time. And as students use their meal plans, it's reduced until they eventually utilize all those meal plans. They can be used in the all-you-care-to-eat dining halls and the 5 additional retail locations I mentioned, but they, again, are not redeemable for the 1 retail meal a day that the all access provides. Students that join a fraternity or sorority community, they can reduce to the essential plan. And what happens is the group house provides a list of the new members, and dining will then reduce their meal plan to the essential. And the essential is a block of 55 meals, just a smaller quantity than the 125. And then in addition to the 55 meal plans that can be utilized at the residential all-you-care-to-eat facilities, plus the 5 other locations, it also includes 25 VIP meals, which can be utilized separately at those national brands that we discussed. So it's a combination. The essential is sort of a combination of a smaller block of residential meals and then the 25 retail meals. We have plenty of fresh and healthy options, locally and regionally grown menu items at our facilities. We have vegetarian and vegan menu items. Shirley here at the Fresh Food Company, she is very much a leader in our vegan and vegetarian options at the Fresh Food Company. We have nutritional information available on the Campus Dish app and MyFitnessPal app. Additionally, if a student has an allergy or requires some sort of dining accommodation, we have a full-time registered dietitian, Holly Groff, and she works with students individually. It's an interactive process where they can discuss the student's particular needs and maybe restrictions, and then she can help them navigate the process of being able to best utilize their plan while they're here at UA. She introduces students to managers, gives them their cell phone numbers so they can really provide enhanced service to students who have particular meal accommodation needs. Students can also take their meals to go. I mentioned the Bama Dining mobile app. We have an app. You can go to the Bama Dining website to find out how to download that app, and you can utilize meal plans and dining dollars and Bama Cash using that mobile app. And it's great because you can go ahead while you're on your way somewhere, put your order in, and then pick it up when you get there, and then head on to your next destination across campus. We also have a reusable to-go container program, and students are provided a to-go box that they can then bring back, give it to the cashier. It'll be cleaned. They'll be given a new box, and anytime they want an additional box, it's 77 cents plus tax. But the idea is that you would just bring it back, dump it off at the cashier stand so it can be sterilized and sanitized, and then you would get a clean container to take your food that day, and then come back and do it all again the next time. So it's reusable, and it is a convenient way to take meals from a dining hall to go. In addition to meal plans, we offer dining dollars. Dining dollars is a required fee of all undergraduate students enrolled in 9 credit hours or more of on-campus coursework. So when the student is enrolled in 9 credits or more on campus, they're charged the $350 per semester. It's loaded to the action card so the student can utilize the funds, and it's accepted at all Bama Dining locations. Select off-campus locations. You can see the list of our current participating local Tuscaloosa merchants there to the right. We also have a Shake Smart at the University Recreation Center. Dining dollars can be utilized at vending machines, and we have a variety of food trucks on campus regularly also. So any unspent dining dollars funds in the fall term roll to the spring term. So if you have $50 left in fall, you enroll for spring term and you have 9 credit hours or more, then you would start the spring term with $400 to utilize that semester. Any unspent dining dollars funds from the spring term roll to Bama Cash. So the students can then utilize the Bama Cash at, again, all on-campus locations for dining, but also things like laundry. You can utilize it for gas stations off campus, and I think Action Card has over 100 locations where Bama Cash is accepted. Bama Cash is voluntary, and you can add additional funds to Bama Cash, but I just wanted to make a note here that additional funds cannot be added to dining dollars. So once you're done with the dining dollars and you needed additional funds, then you would add to Bama Cash. So a lot of people really get confused about dining dollars and Bama Cash. And so all students, when they come to campus, they'll get their action card. It's their student ID. It's a way for them to get into the residential facilities, check out books, go to sporting events, and it's also the repository for the dining dollars that we've discussed, the meal plans, and Bama Cash. Lots of people have questions about the difference between dining dollars and Bama Cash. While both accounts reside on the student ID, their action card, dining dollars, again, is the required fee. It's billed on the student account when a student is enrolled in 9 credit hours or more of on-campus coursework. It's used for on-campus dining and some off-campus locations and vending. Meanwhile, Bama Cash is the voluntary account on the action card, where students can go to the action card website and deposit funds in Bama Cash. That's where they pay, is through the website. It's not billed to the student account. And Bama Cash can be utilized for all of the on-campus dining facilities, plus many other options, as we discussed, like laundry, vending, and lots of places off campus. So you can visit the Action Card website to find out more information about Bama Cash. If you have any questions at all at any time, please visit bamadining.ua.edu. You can contact us via email at mealplans@bamadining.com, or you can call us anytime and we'll be happy to help you with your dining questions. We're at 205-348-6816. And I was pleased to talk with you today about Bama Dining and meal plans and dining dollars. I will stop sharing my screen.
Thank you so much, Kristina. Normally I have follow-up questions, but I think you covered everything.
Oh, great.
And so we just want to thank you for helping us with our webinar, and parents and family members, we thank you for attending, and hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions moving forward about dining, Kristina has put that information on the slide before she closed, or you can always just look us up online from parent and family programs, or email us. So thank you again. Please don't forget to go back and check out our previous webinars from the past UA 26. And so thank you again, and roll tide.